And then this baby's already been in the hospital since the baby's been born because the predicament they just put for this child is not all right. And then they're on there talking about, we're looking for a house. You guys don't even have a apartment. And you gave this baby this predicament. You guys don't have a place. 3 wheelchairs?
Speak it into existence. She will also be the same way as us. Have a healthy life.
Better.
Right, better than ours. She's gonna, know her worth. She's gonna, what else I'm trying to say? She's gonna love herself. Love the way she is. And so many things. So yes, that's why we did this. Because we knew what we were doing. She was not planned. Even though we know we wanted a child one day. We didn't think it was gonna be this year. But, yeah, anyway, she's here. She's here. She's here for a reason. She had my disability, and she's gonna be alright. So, yeah. Hope that answered your question.
Okay, gossip lovers, hold on to your iced lattes because the internet's favorite couple goals duo just flipped TikTok upside down, and the tea is piping hot. Remember Deja and Antwon, the pair the whole world once called inspirational? Well, things are no longer heart emojis and fairy dust. Their story has taken a turn so shocking, even longtime fans are questioning if they ever knew the real couple at all. Here's the background. Deja and Antwon weren't just serving us dance challenges or matching outfits. They rose to fame for their resilience. Both live with a rare condition called osteogenesis imperfecta, also known as brittle bone disease. Wheelchairs, 24/7 caretakers, and daily fragility, that's their normal, which is why their love story looked like a miracle. They first connected online in 2015. Thank you, Deja's sister, for the intro. And for 7 years, they built a romance long distance, texting, FaceTiming, and making people believe love truly conquers all. When they finally met in real life, TikTok ate it up. They were instantly branded the power couple, with donations flooding in, follow counts exploding, and fans cheering them on like they just won a rom-com come to life. But fast forward to last year, and fairy tales started turning into internet chaos. Out of nowhere in October, Deja and Antwon dropped a baby announcement. Yes, a baby. Everyone's jaws hit the floor. Why? Because the baby had actually been born 2 months earlier, in August, at just 29 weeks. Premature, fragile, and absolutely no one online had any clue a pregnancy was even happening. They shared 0 updates along the way, and by the time the girl's arrival was revealed, suspicion was already bubbling. Then came the detail that split the internet in half. Their daughter was born with the same condition they both live with. She's never left the hospital, spending every day connected to wires and equipment that keep her alive. Instantly, the applause turned into outrage. Fans who once called their relationship inspiring started filling comment sections with a very different energy. Why would they knowingly bring a baby into the situation? Why hide the entire journey until months later? And here's where it gets even spicier.
I'm Deja.
And I'm Antwon. We're a couple.
And we were born with osteogenesis
Imperfecta. Our bones are like glass.
Together, we have broken over 600
Yes,
bones.
600. People say some crazy things.
They call us Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head.
Yes, we don't have a voice filter.
People stare
But we don't care.
because we're looking fresh.
Fresh. The king is awake, baby. What you cooking?
French toast and sausage.
Ew, just like I like it. Can't wait to eat.
My name is Deja. I'm 27 years old and I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
My name is Antwon. I am 30 years old, and I'm from Washington, D.C.
OI is a bone condition that causes our bones to break, sprain, or fracture easier than others. And we both have 2 different types.
Deja has type 3. I have type 2. My type is more severe than hers.
We depend on our wheelchairs
These wheels gonna take us far. Look at that.
So, we met through my older sister.
She related to me on the bus.
She called me. She told me she met someone that had OI. He gave off the impression that he was the stuff.
Yeah.
That was in 2015. We were messaging every day. Like every day, all day. We met each other in person.
After 7 years.
Antwon admitted in a post that doctors had warned them there was a 98% chance their baby would inherit the condition. 98%, almost guaranteed. But they went ahead anyway. His defense? The pregnancy wasn't planned, but once it happened, they believed it was destiny. He insisted their love would be enough, that they planned to raise their daughter with confidence and teach her self-worth no matter the circumstances. Romantic? Maybe. Convincing? Not to TikTok. The backlash was brutal. Commenters dragged them for sugarcoating hospital struggles as self-love lessons. One person flat out said, "Hallmark vibes don't pay the medical bills," while another slammed, "Inspiration doesn't replace breathing machines." Yikes. And of course, the internet didn't forget the practical elephant in the room. How can two adults who each need 24/7 care handle a baby who also requires nonstop medical attention? For once, the math just wasn't adding up. Fans were split into warring camps, some defending their right to have children, others calling their decision unfair to the baby herself. But besties, just when you thought the baby bombshell was enough chaos to send TikTok spinning, oh no, the tea intensified. Because here's where the controversy hit levels nobody was ready for. They actually had other options, literal, science-backed, glossy magazine cover-level options. IVF exists. Embryo testing exists. They could have chosen a healthier embryo, still biologically theirs, still their baby, but without the guaranteed suffering. Boom, problem avoided. But what did they do? They shrugged at science and said, nah, natural or nothing. And why, you ask? Because Deja didn't just want a baby, she wanted a storyline. She allegedly wanted to prove she could do things the traditional way, to flex on the haters who doubted her, to glow up in that Hallmark, "look at me, I did it" fantasy. She even made videos dropping hints, serving face like she was proving every critic wrong. And while I get it, wanting to feel normal, wanting to reclaim control over your story, the ending was not the glossy flex she wanted. It's a hospital bed with wires and beeping machines. That's not a gotcha moment, that's heartbreak wrapped in IV tubes. So naturally, the internet went feral. Comments weren't just shading them, they were basically handing out life sentences. Jail. Immediate jail. Sympathy wasn't trending anymore, outrage was. Because this wasn't just about choosing to have a baby. In people's eyes, it was about validation. Validation bought at the cost of a newborn's health, her comfort, her entire existence. That was the moment the TikTok fairy tale officially went clearance rack. And the accusations? Brutal.
I'm Deja.
And I'm Antwon. We're a couple.
And we were born with osteogenesis.
Imperfecta. Our bones are like glass.
Together, we have broken over 600
Yes,
bones.
600. People say some crazy things.
They call us Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head.
Yes, we don't have a voice filter.
People stare
But we don't care.
because we're looking fresh.
Fresh. The king is awake, baby. What you cooking?
French toast and sausage.
Ew, just like I like it. Can't wait to eat.
My name is Deja. I'm 27 years old and I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
My name is Antwon. I am 30 years old, and I'm from Washington, D.C. Yeah.
OI is a bone condition that causes our bones to break, spring, or fracture easier than others. And we both have two different types.
Deja has type 3. I have type 2. My type is more severe than hers.
We depend on our wheelchairs.
These wheels gonna take us far. Look at that.
And if you thought things couldn't get any uglier, surprise! The mess wasn't just medical, it was financial. Because gather around, loves, Antwon and Deja don't even have a house. Let me repeat that louder for the people zoning out. No stable home. They decided to bring a medically fragile baby into the world while still struggling with the basics, which means that even if, and it's a huge if, their daughter was discharged tomorrow, she wouldn't be going home because there is no home waiting. Imagine the discharge papers glistening with hospital ink that says, "Congrats, you survived," and under home address it basically says, "TBD." The bar wasn't low, it was chilling in the basement, doing shots with the rats. Cue the internet split, as it always does. On one side, we had defenders shouting disabled people deserve to be parents. On the other, the ruthless hot takers blasting back with lines like, deserving kids doesn't mean sentencing a child to endless suffering. Comment sections went nuclear, louder than a generic TikTok sound loop playing on repeat. Both sides were swinging, but let's not get it twisted, because while everyone on the internet argued, dragged, and defended, only one person was truly carrying the burden. That little girl. Not Deja, not Antwon, not the stans or the haters. Her. And let's set the record straight. This was never really about whether disabled people can have children. That's not the debate, though TikTok trolls tried to make it one. The real question was harsher and far heavier. When you already know the suffering is basically guaranteed, should you roll those dice anyway? That is where the internet carved its line in stone. And once it did, besties, the dragging was merciless. But here's the part nobody was expecting. As the criticism piled up and sympathy drained out, the emotional side of the saga started hitting harder. Because on one hand, yes, people got it. Deja and Antwon wanted to feel normal, to have their "we did it" glow up moment, to finally prove the doubters wrong. That yearning is human. But on the other hand, the logic of the situation was a wreck. It wasn't just dice they rolled, they threw the entire casino at their daughter's future. And now, she's the one paying a bill she never asked for. And the cruel irony, if the stakes hadn't been life and death, fans probably would have still cheered them on. But when it's a child's health on the line, suddenly the internet wasn't soft anymore. Those all goals comments turned into a collective thumb tap. Even their most loyal supporters couldn't find the heart emojis. Because besties, here's the raw truth. Love stories make cute content. TikTok glow-ups attract clicks. But the reality? This little girl didn't deserve to start her life in a hospital ward, battling odds that might have been avoided if different choices were made. And as the internet kept zooming out, voices got louder, dragging the situation way beyond one couple's TikTok saga, straight into a bigger, messier debate that has everyone shook. And that's where we'll hit pause on this wild ride, besties. The internet is still eating the story alive, and the drama is nowhere near over. What do you think? Courageous or completely reckless? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I need to know where you stand. Don't forget to like, share, and hit subscribe.